Good evening, everybody. From the garage tonight. I was just kind of sitting out here thinking about, I guess this will be the State of Humanity Volume 2. And I was thinking about previous generations and my present generation and my daughter's generation. And just, I don't know about everybody else, but I like to people watch. Those who know me currently would say I probably talk a lot. I talk a lot more than I used to, but I still like to people watch and sit and observe. And this country has no sense of history anymore. I know I touched on this a little bit last time. You know, we act like 20 years ago was, might as well have been 100 years ago. And I get upset looking at how I feel my parents' generation was the last generation that could really, the American dream was still alive and well, and you could still do something with your life if you had the drive. I mean, even my generation, we were taught as kids, you could be anything you want when you grow up. And we found that was a load of crap. Not to say that it wasn't true when our parents told us that, because they were going through it, and they were probably the last people, the last generation that could really start with nothing and end up with something at the end of the day. And you know, I look at my daughter and my neighbor's kids, and you know, any other kids I have, my friends' kids, and you know, I weep for the future. They're so innocent, and they're so pure, and there's nothing left for them. And day in and day out, I find that my generation, for the most part, has no sense of God, of religion, of belief that there's anything after we leave our physical forms. There's no want to make this place, this world, a better place. Everybody's all about me, and now. And it's disturbing and sickening to a certain sense. But I understand where that form comes from. You know, we have to start looking at things as they are, which was pretty much my main point of doing this video tonight. Was when I was a kid, I was the biggest dreamer. I just remember dreaming big and thinking that anything was possible. And you know, I would say in the past 10 to 12 years, the exact opposite has happened. Now my hope is grim. My belief that things can turn around, even though I try the best I can, I guess, is still pretty bleak outlook on life, and I'm too much of a realist. I would give anything to have the ignorance, I guess, is bliss. That maybe not so much the ignorance, but the carefree behavior that I see even amongst people my age. And I understand that everybody doesn't have kids or have no reason to really think about this. You know, I'm good, I can take care of myself, so whatever. You know, I get that, but we are based on a complete false reality nowadays. There's not too much of a sense of realism in the world we live today. It's all based on, even politics, things that are supposed to matter, religious belief, they always say don't talk about religion or politics, but that seems to make for the most interesting conversation to me. And they are just completely sidewinded, those two topics, with everybody else that I talk to, that I care about. It's easier to hide behind that mask and feel like everything's okay. I don't know. I guess people have a false sense of security, I guess I would call it. That's quite disturbing, because they just, while I see myself going down further a rabbit hole of trying to get to the truth of anything, I just want truth. At the end of the day, I just want truth. And I find myself going further and further down that rabbit hole to find truth. And I see everybody else running the opposite direction. Where I don't have the same belief system as everybody else. I've come to recognize and realize that, but I don't have a false sense of well-being either. Things are bad, so I find out, I look at these studies and I see that gambling is up. People, when times are hard financially, gambling is up. Church among Christians is up. And I recently saw a study that 1/5 of American adults have no belief system whatsoever, which makes for a pretty, I think everybody should love and fear something, regardless of what your quote-unquote poison is. I have my belief structure, and I don't expect everybody to follow that. It'd be nice. I believe that I'm going down the right path, trying to, but I'm not. I don't have a false sense of security, like I said, and I'm not immune to hurt and coping and having to deal with a lot of this stuff. I'm not immune to any of that. I hurt. I feel sad. I get down on myself from time to time, and it's okay. But when you look at the zombified state of America in general, I live here. It's hard not to get down on yourself and sad about these kinds of things. And I just wish everybody would care more. Care about something that matters. If you want to fight cancer, fight cancer. If you want to minister to pygmy kids, go for it. Don't make the hottest television shows and football scores and everything else the focal point of your existence. Do something positive. Do something for your fellow man. This is one of my attempts at doing that. So, I don't know. I know this has been kind of rambling on, and I just wanted to share some thoughts this time around. And like I said, I wanted to make it part of the State of Humanity series, just to like I said, it's unlimited. This could go on forever, and hopefully next time I'll be a little bit more gathered with my thoughts. But I felt the need, it's just something that kind of touched my heart to talk about tonight. And you know, even if you feel like you're in the box and you're done, you know, look at the kids. You know, I even have just a soft spot in my heart for all kids. You know, it's not just my daughter, it's everybody's kid around their age group. And you know, I just want to make a better place. I want to leave this place going, I did my best, and hopefully it's not too disheveled when it gets to you. And so that's pretty much it. Like I said, sorry about the rambling tonight, but that's just something I kind of wanted to touch on. Alright, good night everybody.